guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through some of my empties. These are all beauty empties, so either hair care, skincare, makeup. I actually have quite a bit of makeup, more so than normal in my empties. So these are products that I've used up completely, or in some cases I do have a couple that are just expired. And a couple that actually have disgusting... You'll see. But anyway, I think empties videos are very helpful because I've used these products up and used them for a long time. I have a very solid opinion on these products. I can give you in-depth reviews, my experience on everything that I've used here. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and talk some trash. There's a lot of products here. I might have to split this up into 2 videos. I'm not sure. But let's just go ahead and get started. First up, I have some ZitSticka Goo Getter Spot Clarifying Dots. These are just those Hydrocolloid, I think that's how you say it, Hydrocolloid patches. I prefer the Hero pimple patches. I just find them to be more effective and more affordable. These ones worked, but not as well. With the Hero, I can put it on a blemish at nighttime, and then as I'm sleeping, it's doing its magic. When I get up in the morning, all of the gunk is pulled out and it's way more healed and just better. This one did not always work that way, and again, it's just more expensive, so I would not repurchase, but I did use it up because I had them. Next up, we have a product that I almost used up entirely. There's still a little bit left in here because it did go bad, but I've had this. Honestly, I probably kept it longer than I should have. I think I've had this for like, I don't even know at this point. Let me tell you what it is. I didn't even say the name. This is the Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. So this is a hair mask. It's really creamy, thick, nourishing. If you have extremely dry, dehydrated, damaged hair, this is amazing. You can usually find it at Marshall's. It smells really good too, sort of like a tropical island, and yeah, it just feels really good in the hair. I did a great job of moisturizing, adding some shine and hydration, but you do get so much, and I just don't wash my hair every day. So if I'm only washing my hair 2 or 3 times a week, I'm not always doing a mask, so it just took me a while to go through, but I would repurchase because I think it's a really good hair mask. Speaking of Hero, I have a box of the Mighty Patches, the original, the red box. I have tried the other color boxes. I don't quite know what the difference is, but I do find the red box for some reason to be the most effective. This is the best hydrocolloid patch I've ever tried. Highly recommend if you have a really stubborn blemish, or if you have a blemish that's come to a head and you're really tempted to pop it, pop this on because it'll pull all of that gunk out, but you won't have to damage your skin to get the gunk out, if that makes sense. I also have a couple of packs of makeup wipes. I really enjoy the Aveeno makeup wipes. I have a Positively Radiant one and a Calm and Restore. I don't notice a huge difference between the 2 different kinds of Aveeno wipes, but I do think that Aveeno makes some of the best makeup wipes at the drugstore. They're really great at removing waterproof mascara, waterproof makeup fully, and I find a lot of times makeup wipes, they're good for removing swatches, but not necessarily for really intense eye makeup. I usually have to go in with a micellar water, but these ones definitely get the job done, and they don't strip your skin and make it feel like icky. I have 3 bottles of the Garnier Micellar water. As you can see, I go through this stuff. I go through it because this is just the best for removing waterproof eyeliner, waterproof mascara. I just put some on a cotton swab, or I have reusable little cloth pads that I pour the micellar water onto, and then I just let it soak for a couple minutes, especially on my eye area, and it really just breaks down the makeup. I always do that as my first step in my cleansing routine, and then I go in with a regular cleanser. So the waterproof one with the blue cap is my favorite. I find it to be the most effective. They do have other versions. There's a pink one, I think, for sensitive skin, but that one is not as good. And then I have this mattifying one with the green lid. I didn't notice a big difference with the green lid, but I still think I prefer the blue. I think it was just a little bit more heavy duty. I used up an entire Batiste dry shampoo. This is just the original scent, I guess. It smells good, it's effective. It does leave a bit of that white chalky look in your roots. You kind of have to work it in quickly. If I notice my hair starting to get a bit oily, I would just spray it around my roots, let it sit for like 15 seconds or so, and then just sort of tussle my hair and work the product in, because if you don't, you're gonna have white powder all over your head. You have to work it in or else it does leave that residue. But I did find it to be quite effective at helping to soak up those oils just in a pinch. Definitely not a replacement for washing your hair, but if you have gone 3-4 days, you're starting to stretch the limit, then this is definitely nice to have in those special occasions. A couple makeup products, let's switch it up. I used up an entire e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I had the shade Light. This is one of my favorite loose powders of all time. It sets your makeup, but you still have a little bit of glow to your skin, but it's not shimmery or shiny, and it is dry skin approved. I've already repurchased. I love it. And then I do have 2 of these Instant Lift brow pencils from e.l.f. So the original Instant Lift brow pencil was $2 or $3, and it was a little bit of a thicker pointed pencil that I used to love because 1, it was super affordable. 2, the shade was so good. This one I think was in maybe taupe. It doesn't say on here, but it was such a good cool tone of brown that wasn't too gray, that wasn't warm. I don't know, it was just the perfect cool brown, and because of the thicker tip, I could just fill in my brows so quickly. So it used to be my favorite, but then they reformulated it and made it waterproof, and this one I do not like as much because it's almost like a pomade in a pencil. It's so much thicker, and if you put too much pressure or you try to go over a spot more than once, it starts to do this weird thing where it balls up and just looks like chunky brown goop in your brows. So I'm super sad that they reformulated it to be this. It is definitely waterproof, but I just find that you can't get a natural look with it, and it just looks like chunky and it's not easy to use. So I used it up because I had it, but I did not enjoy the experience. I'm actually like semi-scared to open this one. This is the one with the mold. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is disgusting. And you know, the funny thing is, I don't feel like I've had this pencil that long. This is the NYX lip pencil in Natural. One of my favorite lip pencils from the drugstore because the color, like the name would suggest, was just so natural. It was a nude, but it had some rosiness to it that on my complexion was just so perfect. And while this wasn't the longest lasting lip pencil, the drier formula just made it look so soft and blurred and diffused. So the color along with the formula was just perfect for every day. But yeah, I feel like I've only had this for maybe 2 years max because I did use up one entirely and then I repurchased. I'm just really shocked that it already has mold on it, and I'm so glad that I caught it before I just like unknowingly applied it to my lips without looking. I mean, I don't know why I would never look, but still. I have to go through all my lip liners now because I'm paranoid. Another makeup product I use up entirely, the Professional Super Setter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray from Benefit. This is the travel version, the mini size. I thought this was good. That's about it. It didn't change the finish of my makeup. I didn't particularly notice it extending the wear, but in all honesty, it wasn't bad. Obviously, I haven't repurchased it. It's not super memorable. It was just like, okay. Something I will repurchase, the Ardell Eco Lashes. I specifically love the style in Lifted. If you have trouble finding lashes that are voluminous, dramatic, but not overpowering on your eyes, if you have more downturned eyes, if you have more hooded eyes, this might be what you need. You can definitely get multiple uses out of them, so I would highly recommend checking them out. A couple more sadly expired products. The IRL Filter Finish Concealer from Makeup Revolution. I recently featured this in a declutter of my concealers. I don't know if that video will be up first or after this, but in that video, I did declutter the darker one, and I kept this, and I was saying how much I love this concealer because it is almost a self-setting concealer, so if you have dry skin like me, you don't have to set it. It's blurring on the under eyes. It's so good. It's underrated. But then I went and used it, and it literally gave me some weird reaction on my forehead where I applied it. It broke me out. It's never done that to me before, so I think the formula is just expired, which is super sad. But I'm getting rid of it because I don't want to put my skin through that. And then another one, I don't know what happened to this because it's not that old. I think this is only a year old or so. I think I got this last Christmas. How many times am I gonna say I think? This is the Lip Bar Minute Finish Face Palette in the one Go Off. So you get if I could open it, you get a blush, a setting powder or finishing powder. You get a highlighter and a bronzer. All of these powders are gorgeous. I especially love the bronzer and the highlighter. The tone is so unique. It's like a cool toned champagne that's so blinding but still melts into the skin. It's not glittery or sparkly. The bronzer, so velvety, smooth, blendable. It has this gorgeous olivey undertone. It's not orange, it's not pink. It's so unique. But something's off with this formula. The last time I went to use it, the pigment had like completely vanished. No matter how hard I dug my brush into this, there was no pigment. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to get rid of it, but that makes me sad because I really do love that little palette. All right, we'll do a couple more and then I think we're gonna have to do another video because I'm telling you guys, I honestly have so much stuff in this box. Like this whole box right here was like filled. Okay, I have a Tree Hut Cocoa Colada Shea Sugar Scrub. Use this up completely. This is so good. They smell amazing. They're really nice for exfoliating the skin. It's just a nice pamper, treat me sort of moment. The best body lotion of all time, Hemp's. Hemp's makes the best body lotions ever. The smells are fantastic. The texture is so rich and creamy and moisturizing, but it absorbs into your skin so quickly. It doesn't leave a thick film, and it really, 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 really does hydrate your skin. This one in Sandalwood and Apple, I found at Marshall's. I've tried this brand before, but I've never seen this scent, and I love it. I can't find it anywhere else, so I'm really hoping that they didn't discontinue this scent because it's so, I don't know, it's so fresh, but a little bit sweet with that apple, but not gourmand at all. It's just so good. It's so good. A couple other expired products. This is the Dionys Goat Milk Hand and Body Cream Lotion in, I think this was the pumpkin one. Yeah, caramel pumpkin spice. I actually liked the texture of this one. It was very hydrating. A little bit thicker for a hand cream, I would say. But the smell, it does smell good. It did smell good. I've had this for a really, really long time. But it was just so strong that I would actually get comments from people like, what does that smell? And they didn't like it. Other people did not like this smell, and they were saying how strong and pungent it was. And I don't know, I just got a little self-conscious using it because I didn't want my pumpkin lotion to burn anyone's nostrils. So I liked it. I used it a bit, but I did not finish it. But I will say that you did get quite a bit of product in here for a hand lotion. If you're using that on your body, you're gonna go through it quickly. And then last but not least is the NYX Plump Right Back Plumping Primer. This is one of the best underrated plumping, gripping primers at the drugstore. As you can see, I think you can see, I have used this almost all the way up. But, you know, after that whole mold ordeal, I was a little bit scarred. And I realized that I've had this primer for probably 3, maybe even almost 4 years. And that, my friends, it makes me a little bit uneasy. I feel like this is definitely expired. I got a good amount of use out of it, but I will miss her. It's really good at extending the wear of your makeup, but it does add more hydration than something like the e.l.f. gripping primer. So if you have dry skin, or you just don't like how thick and sticky the e.l.f. one is, I would definitely check out the NYX one. But I will say that the CoverGirl Sticky Grip Primer is very similar, maybe a little bit less sticky and even more hydrating than the NYX, but I think it's a little bit more affordable as well because NYX can sometimes get pretty high up there when it comes to their pricing. So yeah guys, I think I'm gonna end this here. Those are a bunch of products that I'm going to be chucking, saying hasta la vista to baby, because they are either 1, used up, or 2, nasty, crusty, dusty, expired. I do have some products left in this box, but I'm just gonna keep them here. They're gonna chill a couple more weeks and I'll do another empties video then, because I think we talked about a lot and I don't want this video to be 1,000 years long. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.